Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Day 18. Day 18, and it's not getting any better here in Sicily. Okay? In Italy, the numbers are slowly, the infected people, the numbers are slowly dropping. But as I said, they think it's 10 times, the numbers are going to be 10 times that by the end of this epidemic. Here in Sicily, our numbers are climbing because, as I said yesterday, this is the poor part of Italy. Okay, we don't have the amount of hospitals, we don't have the amount of staff, and we certainly don't have the amount of equipment to fight this disease down here. Okay, I'd like to stay in Sicily for a while because it's where I'm based, and it's the thing that's affected me the most, I guess. The fact that we keep on going up. 3 weeks ago we had 0 affected people, 0. Okay, and then everyone started coming back down to Sicily, and because obviously we had 0 affected people, tried to escape the north to come here to get away from the coronavirus, but in turn they just brought it with them. We've got now 996 people affected in Sicily. Okay, 25 people have died from it in Sicily, and 35 people have been cured. So when you think that there's 1,000 people affected, and in 3 weeks now they've only cured 35, it just shows you the effect this virus has. It's not like a normal flu, what you can brush off in a few days with taking medicine. This one attacks your lungs, and it stays with you. It takes a long time. It takes good 2-3 weeks to get through it. The problem we had here, a lot of our medicines are helping the disease. Okay, they've found out now if you've taken medicine that doesn't have paracetamol in it, okay, so any other type of medicine, it's actually helping the virus. Okay, it makes it attack and makes it stick for longer and makes it harder to recover. They're saying that you only need to take medicines with paracetamol, and that was confirmed today by a friend of mine in New Zealand. Thank you. We did find that out a couple of weeks ago here, but it was a bit too late, because a lot of the medicines you take just for having a headache and that don't have paracetamol in them, have different types of chemicals, and that is affected why Italy's been so affected. So only take paracetamol, okay, products with paracetamol in them. If you're in New Zealand, if you have a headache or have anything, only paracetamol. Or else if you're in contact with coronavirus, you're in the shit. Okay, I'll show you a little map now of Sicily. Okay, and you see how many people in the different areas which have been affected. You see that Messina, where I live, is up to 168 people. It's from 12 o'clock last night. Okay, so why is it going up? Okay, this is why it's going up. Okay, this disease, coronavirus, is so contagious, a lot more contagious than any other flu or any other type of virus, okay, that's come before it. You don't need to cough on someone, you don't need to touch someone. It can be passed by talking. Okay, just the molecules that go around that exit your mouth while you're talking to people, just like that, you can be affected by coronavirus by touching things. Okay, the virus can stay on surfaces for 2 or 3 days. So if I sit and touch a chair or sit down on something, and then someone comes along and sits down after me and touches the same place, you can get affected. Okay, that was shown by the old guy that got affected by the doctor who went back to his retirement home. Okay, it got confirmed last night that every single person, that's 70 old people and the staff, every single one of them have been affected by the coronavirus, a positive tests. That's crazy when you think about it. In 5 days, 80 people got affected just by one guy going around talking, leaving his prints, touching things, other people touching it. Boom. That's how it can. It's mind blowing to me that it can be that contagious. It can in 5 days he's affected a retirement home, and as you know here, the elderly, it affects the elderly a lot more, and a lot of the death, on quite 99% of the deaths here in Italy have been people over 60. So if you think it like that, 99% of those people are going to die in that retirement home down there. So be careful, okay? As you know, as the reason it's affecting so many people is because it's so contagious, okay? Medicines you got to look out for, okay? You only need to, if you've got a sore head, or if you've got a sore head, I'm forgetting how to speak English, okay? If you get a headache, there's a word. Take only paracetamol based products, okay? Anything else helps this virus attack even worse, okay? So paracetamol, anything with paracetamol and you're okay. Anything else, if you've taken medicine 2 days before and you get infected by the coronavirus, you've got a long recovery. Okay, as I said before, 996 people affected, only 35 have been cured. So that means it's taking up to 3 or 4 weeks to get rid of this virus. Okay, not good. In Messina, if you saw before, we're up to 168 people, so that's gone up again. And the reason is people are just not respecting the quarantine. People are still going out. Okay, our mayor, our crazy mayor, has brought drones and he's flying them around with cameras, and his voice that's telling people, looking around the city to find people. I'll show you a video now. It's crazy.
Abbiamo avuto delle non vedo l'ora già di averle così io con gli schermi che controllo tutti i villaggi, non vedo l'ora. Droni ovunque, con la mia voce che come di becca vi dirà che cazzo, dove cazzo vai, torna a casa. Questa sarà la voce del drone.
Non si esce, questo è l'ordine del sindaco De Luca e basta. Vi becco uno a uno. Non vi posso impedire formalmente di uscire da casa? Bene, vi impedisco di passare sul fuoco pubblico. Non si esce da casa, nel passio, nel babbio, non si esce. Questo è l'ordine del sindaco De Luca e basta. Dove cazzo vai? Torna a casa. Cacci il culo! Ecco qual è il modo per far applicare le norme. Non si esce. Questo è l'ordine del sindaco De Luca e basta. Non si esce da casa, nel passio, nel babbio, non si esce. Questo è l'ordine del sindaco De Luca e basta. Dove cazzo vai? Torna a casa. Cacci il culo! Ecco qual è il modo per far applicare le norme. Non si esce. Questo è l'ordine del sindaco De Luca e basta.
Arrestatemi pure. Chiaro?
So as you can see, Amir, he's going a little bit. We're a little bit worried about him at the moment. He's going a bit crazy, but hey, he's got 100%. His heart's 100% behind our city. He's gone against the government of Italy, and now he's gone against the government here in Sicily, because we're 2 regions. Sicily's also got its own government, and he's gone crazy against them. Sometimes not the best thing, because the bosses in Sicily, some of them are connected, so to go against some people is not the best idea if you want to stay safe. But he doesn't give a shit at the moment. He's going all out. Okay, good on him. I see you've finished your first day in New Zealand. Okay, your first day of quarantine. I see the rules there are a little bit like what they were here when we first started. Okay, we could still go out and do exercise. We could go for a ride on our bike. We always had to have a permission slip. We could take the dogs walking. Since then, since we've gone through the roof and casualties here in Messina, we can't even do that anymore. Okay, so I saw a video this morning of my sister. She'd taken her dog for a walk. I said, "Wow, you're allowed to leave your house?" She said, "Yeah, we're allowed to go outside and do exercise." Okay, so are we. But as you see, things are not getting better here, so they got taken away from us as well. So we're stuck inside by ourselves. Okay, sorry it's been such a long video today, but there were some important things that I think you needed to know. The main one being about paracetamol. Okay, If you feel sick, only paracetamol. My last thing I'd like to say, years ago in New Zealand, in Thames, I met this brilliant man. I remember going to his house for the first time. He was a friend of my parents. I'd never met him before. I went up to his house and knocked on the door because my parents were there. And I must have been, I don't know, 20, 21 years old, I think. And this man welcomed me into his house like you wouldn't believe. It's like when I've been part of his life forever. Put a bottle of beer in my hand and we had a great time. The one thing I remember about this person is that whenever your bottle got almost to the bottom, there would always be another one coming right behind it. I mean, he was the best host I'd ever met. And every single time I went to a party or went to his house afterwards, it was always the same. Always this great big smile on his face, always happy to see you, always had a bottle of beer ready. And it's funny how people affect you like that, because now I do exactly the same thing. Okay, I always think of this person when I have people at my house. The first thing I do, there's always a glass of wine ready. Okay, whenever they're getting down, I'm filling it up. And it's because of the experience that Neil Christie gave me when I was 21 years old, when I went to his house. Neil, you passed away this morning in New Zealand. Okay, you're an amazing man. Okay, I'm sure you affected a lot of people's lives and made us all happier. All my love goes out to you and your family. Okay, rest in peace, Neil. Okay. Ooh, that ended on a harsh note. Okay, guys, that's day 18. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going a little bit tech these days with other videos and stuff, so look after yourself, love you all, and I'll keep you updated.